Welcome back, my friends, to the Coliseum. GrizzlyMantes here. Lily and Tubbs are scurrying around. If they show up, I'll big whip to the camera. Yeah, I kind of didn't like boxing them in for the amount of time that I played, so now I just let them run around. So if they show up, I'll pop them up again. But they're still around. Anywho, we are back in Standard with a saucy little contender. A hangover from last season that I hadn't seen bouncing around too much, so I figure, let's see if it's still got some life in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Scourge, at least in my opinion, of the previous format, Boros BLITZ. A lot of familiar faces here, a lot of things look the same. Let's dive right in here. First off, like I said, familiar faces. We got Hopeful Initiate at the 1-drop, still one of the best 1-drops in Standard. Kumano vs. Kakkazan, ability to not only ping opponent in each planeswalker, grow our creatures, but then of course is a 2/2 haster himself with a nifty little line of text about creatures dying and being exiled, which can come in handy. Play with Fire is our burn of choice. No lightning strike on this one. We're just going with the manipulation and the low-level power of Play with Fire here. We'll see how that works out for us. And then, of course, a newbie here, Shivan Devastator. This one may look a little weird, but trust me, plays into bigger themes, modified creatures, and the next one we'll get to in a second. Oh, I hear them now. They're overplaying. Thalia, the Guardian of Thraben, should go without saying. Just a fantastic card, especially right now. Only a 3-of to make way for some of the other things going on. Bloodthirsty Adversary. I like this a lot more with Lightning Strike in there for that endgame reach, but still a very powerful threat, especially turn 2 following Kumano vs. Kakkazan. Here we go, baby. We got a new face here. Should I go with Baird? Sure, Baird, Argivian Recruiter, a lovely little grizzly bear that says at the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature with power greater than its base power, you get a free 1/1. It's fantastic. What could we possibly have to fulfill that? Well, here's the easy one. You play a 1/1 Shivan Devastator, its power is going to be better than its base power because its base power is 0. No matter what you play the Devastator at, it'll allow the Recruiter, Mr. Baird, to trigger. Fantastic! Not to mention, of course, you know, training, +1/+1 counters from Kumano vs. Kakkazan, kickers, any of this nonsense. Beautiful, beautiful. We'll see how good this guy is. He's a little fragile, but then again, if they're throwing removal at him, it means other things are surviving. So take it with a grain of salt. At our 3 drops, of course, the MVP of the last format. I haven't seen her blowing her little horn around too often, so you got to wonder how this particular Trained Armadon will do. But of course, a 3/3 for 3 with Trample and Haste. If it's neither night or day, it becomes day. Then, of course, when day becomes night or night becomes day, +1/+1 counter. She's a fantastic little critter. I am honestly surprised we don't see more of her. It's probably because of the abundance of a certain Graveyard Trespasser, kind of eating up the Trained Armadon slots in the format. And then, of course, we do still have a pair of Brutal Cathar, increasingly fragile these days, so we can't rely on him as much as we used to, but he's still good enough to warrant inclusion. And then, of course, topping off the curve, Thundering Raiju. Not much to say here. Of course, we had the synergies with Baird, but beyond that, we just had the modified synergies, or just a big, hasty threat that pings as well. So, pretty simple, pretty to the point. I don't even have a sideboard built for this, because why would I? I don't know if this one could really take... I honestly am not sure how we're going to do with this. It seems fun enough, and it seems powerful enough. I do feel like... I think the reason Lightning Strike's not being included, of course, is because of Thalia, but more than that, like, what would we cut for it? We're trying to get Baird doing his thing. We got Brutal Cathar. It'd probably be the Brutal Cathar slot, but I'd rather have the threat. So, mana base is what you would expect. Pair of Eiganjo, pair of Sokenzan, because they're, of course, very much more powerful in this deck than normal. Thran Portal. If you have more Thran Portals, feel free. Feel free to run up to a full set of them, because in a deck like this, it actually is good enough to work. But, man, I just get burned by it so much that I don't even want to waste wild cards. And this is coming from a guy who considers life a very hefty resource. For some reason, Thran Portal, it just hates me. I hate it too. We're just getting that out there now. If you like it, or if you want to improve the mana base, and I do say that seriously, more Thran Portals would probably be a good idea. I have one, and I'd rather keep the wild cards. Just throwing that out there. So anywho, my friends, if this is your first time at the Coliseum, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe. Our numbers grow every day thanks to you magnificent people. We are branching out through all different formats and having a good time doing it. So, that being said, if you do care about statistics, assuming we do not just get pummeled into the ground, which, coin flip at this point, we will be looking at the Untapped.gg statistics after the game to kind of get a bird's eye view of how things looked. If that's your jam, stick around to the end. Otherwise, my friends, let's get to the games. Oh, that is awkward. That is really awkward. See, turn 1, we don't have a curve here. We can't even trigger this. I'm going to go ahead and mulligan. It's just too many lands. Okay, that's better. We're going to keep 6 here. We got turn 1 Hopeful Initiate, turn 2 Thalia, turn 3, so we're going to go ahead and put the removal spell back for now. It's either that or Shivan Devastator. Yeah, might be better to keep the removal spell here. Keep the removal spell. We got turn 1 into turn 2 into being able to remove something turn 3. And we'll see how we go from there. This sets up pretty nicely for triggering the Baird. Baird. Gotta watch out for a potential cut down here, but we'll see. Otherwise, most removal spells can't... Well, I guess cut down or... Oh, now we don't gotta worry about anything, do we? Right on time, Kumano vs. Kakkazan. A Baird. Get a 1-1. We did it! We got there! If he plays anything, we're in trouble. At least we don't gotta worry about me Hook Masker for a couple turns. Rafine is aggravating, that's for sure. That's a good top deck. Well, in that case, let's do this. Not you. Do we want to throw the token away? I don't think he's gonna block the token, but he might. Let's do it. Nope, he ain't blocking that token. Another 1-1 of the deal. Look at this dude. The craziest thing is, he doesn't even care as long as something happened. Oh, snap. Alright, so we lose a life there. Yeah, that's fine. So he's got 2 blockers to our attackers. He can block here, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see what happens, shall we? He hasn't got an ability to draw a card, so... It's between that and the Bloodthirsty Adversary. It's 2 damage either way. So he blocks our 2 biggest things, the Cavalier and the Hopeful Initiate. We got Thalia, 2, 4, 5, 6, and then a shot for 2 in the face. So I think that's better. I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm missing here, but you know what? I think I'd rather just do the burn spell here. Nothing here has lifelink. Ooh. You better be careful. You're at 8. You kind of probably... It's tempting to try to kill the Thalia, but... Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you better take that one too. There we go. Boop. And we shoot him the GG. Good game, my friend. Boros Blitz, baby. Still got it. Well, you know, as long as they don't do anything. Interesting. We're on the draw, which sucks. We'll have to determine what's going to be a better line of play. Kumano vs. Kakkazan into one of our 2 drops, or Hopeful Initiate into a Hasty Adversary for 4 power across 2. Either way, we are keeping it. Interesting. So in this point, we've got a nice little curve here. We just got to decide. So we go turn 1 Hopeful Initiate, turn 2 Bloodthirsty Adversary attack. He's probably going to be attacking us for 3. He's probably going to play a Hasty Threat. So it'd be better to attack him for 4 than to mirror his play. But we'll see how this goes. Missing the Kumano vs. Kakkazan on turn 1 is kind of annoying, but he probably has... Ooh, that's not good. That means he could have a removal spell in addition to the attack. We can set up the Kumano... Set up the Kumano vs. Kakkazan for next turn, but let's go with the Adversary. Let's get in there. I could hold him back to possibly trade with the Kumano vs. Kakkazan, but we'll probably wait one more turn to do that. I'm not sure how our mono red game is. It's probably not the best. Then again, these guys are significantly better than what he's got going on for the most part. Sundown Pass. I'm thinking it's Cavalier and Pastime. He can either commit multiple burn spells, or we can just start trading. He's got the Lightning Strike. Fine with me. Now we can go Kumano vs. Kakkazan into Sunrise Cavalier. Trade here. All depends on how many of these bad boys he's got. This will also lead up to a Shivan Devastator. No attacks here, sir. We're going to have to deal with this 2-2 in the air. As long as we don't see more, this Devastator will be able to do it, but have to determine whether or not we want to... Yep. Could be dead here. Down to 3 if he's got Burn Spell in his hand, then yes. But then again... Man, all goes back to walking into that turn 1 shock, because we've lost board superiority because of it. And that's the game. Assuming he's not, yeah, he's not dumb. Oh, well, what a way. What do we got here? Sure. It's a little awkward, but 2/2 Devastator on 2 following a Kumano basis Kakkazan into a Sunrise Cavalier is a good curve. We'll see how it goes. Opponent did mulligan. He's got braids sleeves, if that means anything. Alright, let's try to hold on to this Eiganjo. The 2/2 Devastator. The 2/2 Devastator. Cool, now we can keep the Eiganjo. Yeah, baby! Mythic! How about that one? Get him! Boop. Look at that Mythic! It's not every day you see 2/2s with haste. Oh boy. Oh boy. Sunrise Cavalier, man. It is a card, is it not? Get him! See if he can keep up with his little meat hook massacre nonsense. Oh no! Oh, harumph, I say.
I'm not afraid of any. Shake down the local.
How about no? Oh snap! Get him! Boom, bam, boom, bam! Good game! Boros Blitz, baby! Every now and again, you get it. Ew. Oh, man. What are the odds we top deck something? Ugh. Oh, yuck. Let's mulligan. I don't want to risk that. Okay. Go Team Devastator, I guess? Raiju's not going to be online for a while. All we got to deal with is, what, 2/2 flyers? Ugh. Alright. Not feeling good about this one, folks. Oof. Oof. Mono Blue Menace. Fabulous. Sets up for a bigger Devastator. I guess. See if he wants us to have it. Alright. He's got something end of turn. Could be consider. It is a Fairy Vandal. Ooh. I do love Fairy Vandal. Does he have the combo? Oh, you know it, baby. I love it. What's he going for? He's got something else holding priority. He's going to hold up the counterspell for a threat. I wonder if he'd even counter the Devastator because it'll just be, what, a 3/3? That's interesting. So we go Plains. We can play the Hopeful Initiate as a 2/3 and be able to play around. It does play around Make Disappear. Let's see what happens. Go. Let's pass. We got one more turn to try to stop this Fairy Vandal with Eiganjo. I don't know about 2 Fairy Vandals, though. Oof. Ah. Combo, baby. Delver of Secrets, you say. You got him. Don't need to see more lands right now. Let's get in there. We're out of stuff to do, which is unfortunate. You know, technically. Spell Pierce! Get ready for some slip out the back nonsense. Okay, sure. Yeah, I don't have anything. What could I possibly have? Get in there. I don't think it's gonna matter, but at least the combo's off the game or out of the game. Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce this fool! I'm sure he has a million ways to counter it. Yeah. I'll dissipate. I'm not gonna play a 0/0. In hindsight, we should have just played the Devastator as a 3 since we knew it was gonna get countered. Yeah, we're probably dead here. We'll see what we top deck. Oh, Spell Pierce this fool! What? Oh. Alright, cool. Moving on. Oh, that was painful. I do think we could have won that game with a bit more aggressive of a curve, but not with either of those hands, baby. Turn 2, Thalia. No, it's almost good enough. We'll see. See what our opponent leads with. It depends on how aggressive he is. Oh, basic swamp. Oh, Mono Black. Alright. Let's do this. See if he's got the old tenacious underdog. He does. Right on time. Let's go Thalia here. We can go Thalia into Sunrise Guardian. Sunrise Cavalier. At least this way, if he has a removal spell, it'll cost him a little more. And of course, we're not walking into a Liliana with this play. That's one thing about Thalia. Okay. I do not like the idea of proccing, or not being able to proc Baird, but at the same time, I'm thinking opponent. Should we just offer him the Cavalier? No. Let's go Cavalier next turn. Let's get the Baird out. We may miss the trigger, but that's okay. No attacks here. We can go Cavalier next turn. This way, if he goes for... Well, Meathook Massacre X1 would be aggravating. Yep. So would... Yeah, go ahead. Get him. He doesn't do anything. Ooh, there she is. Who's going here? Probably the Initiate.
And you think you can win?
Yeah. I mean, I'll try, you know.
I've always hated crowds.
Yeah, sure. Right, in this case, Devastator is going to be the better play here. Then we can attack everything. Okay, yeah, definitely Devastator. Then we can go Cavalier next turn. So let's go... Let's go X3 here. The only thing we don't want to do is... Don't want... Alright, Baird procs, giving us a creature, and this is where we are. Now we have chump blockers. But Meathook Massacre is a thing. Nope, just Tenacious Underdog. We can live with that. Interesting. Giving us the option, eh? Okay. It's 17. Okay. Well, guess we might as well just keep on keeping on for 5. Get our trump blocker, and there you go. So he's got Meathook Massacre X3 this turn. We've got Cavalier to follow it up. But we'll see. Invoke Despair. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have to sacrifice a... We need to survive is the thing. Yeah, now he can't attack. But now he's probably dead. Yeah, the thing we had to avoid here was sacking the token, because of course then he could attack with the Graveyard Trespasser. He still can, but he's probably dead with the second Cavalier. He doesn't know we have that, though. Especially since it automatically shifted to combat, which means he didn't draw something that he could play. Ooh. Let's see here. So he's at 4, so I think we should just Cavalier and attack, right? I mean, either way, I think it's good. Is there any reason to Brutal Cathar and discard the Cavalier? I don't think so. Nah. Let's just win. Good game, opponent. Good game. Thalia did some work there, I think. I don't know what was going on in the opponent's hand, but I credit that one to Thalia. Games like that really make me think about... Yeah, this is good. Games like that really make me think about the old, whatchamajigger, Thran Portal. Because, of course, had a Thran Portal been on the battlefield during that game, obviously it would have been game over. He would have had the win. Uh-oh. Interesting. Mono Black gets its revenge. Here comes the cut down, which is fine. Got him. Oh, what is it, Lillers? Someone out there? Who's getting cut down? Someone's getting cut down. Thank you. Let's get in for one. Does kind of screw with our plan to get to Baird, but we can still go land, adversary, hold up, play with fire for his potential 2-drop. Nope. Oh my goodness. Holy bloodthirsty adversaries. Hold on, let me yell at the pup. Something's holding priority. It looks like we have a repeat performance. Sure. Alright. Keep playing. Oh, Lillers, what are you barking at? Come here, Lillers. Here she comes. Here she comes. Lily. Alright, no blocker. And we are going to launch this. Oh, there she is. Come up. Come up and say hello. Hello. Oh, stop it. Stop it. I love you so much. Oh, okay. You're going to knock my stuff over. Ah, you're just so cute. Another play with fire. That would defeat the purpose. We need something here. Okay, how about another bloodthirsty adversary? Why not? Just give me all 4. Okay. He's like, I have another removal spell. I mean, the damage is getting done here. Oh, now it's Tubbs. Tubbs, what? You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Say hello, everybody. Alright, he's finally out of removal spells. We're still going to go the adversary path. Because if he has a meat hook massacre, it'll just kill the Thalia and we won't get any value out of what we're trying to accomplish here. Oh, come here, you. Oh, you want more kisses? Ah! Okay, you get out of here. You're too cute. Alright, Bankbuster versus everything. He can level up, double level up. Gotta get that second counter to be able to take down the Bankbuster. Otherwise, he can just level up, and then activate the Bankbuster, so we don't want that. So let's go Thalia. See if he's got a response. Alright. Well, this walks into the Meat Hook Massacre X2, but we really don't have any other options here. Theoretically, he's either going to... Yeah, no attacks. Alright. I say theoretically, he's either going to level up and then activate his Bankbuster, or... Alright. Alright. We just gotta hope, once again, he doesn't have Meat Hook Massacre. But if he does, his sleeper goes with it, so... He can Meat Hook Massacre X3 and just wipe our board. No, he can X2, excuse me, because of Thalia. But then we keep Hopeful Initiate, and I guess that's the perk of this play, or this line of play. Otherwise, next turn we attack for seemingly lethal. Does he have it? Does he have it? Does he have it? I mean, maybe? If he does it, he'll gain some life. I'll lose a life. What is going on over there? Maybe he's thinking about leveling up and drawing a card? I don't know. Again, I don't know what's in his hand. Here we go. He has it. Alright, so this is where we're at. Luckily, Hopeful Initiate sticks around, but whatever. This is where we're at. Dang it. I'd say they always have it, but of course they always have it. Especially these days. Yeah. Very good. Alright, come on. Where are we at? Give me a Shivan Devastator. How about a mountain? Mountain's a great draw too. Ugh. I'm Mono Black. I don't do anything and I win. I'm just kidding. Mono Black's a good deck. Obviously, one of the best decks in the format. Oh, thanks! Right on time. Forget it. Shivan Devastator, where you at, bro? I need you right now. Okay? Okay, so what you're saying is don't attack. Well, we could get his Bankbuster off of the battlefield. We'll wait. Maybe the next card we draw is a Shivan Devastator. That's where we're at right now. Unfortunately. He's at a comfortable 10, and we're just sitting around waiting for the next to invoke Despair or whatever. Yep. Now the Bankbuster's active. Yep. Come on, Shivan Devastator. Where you at, bro? We need you. Brutal Cathar, you say? Hit the Evolved Sleeper here. And then Pester. Not feeling too good, but you know, what are you gonna do? It's Mono Black, so I'm sure there's removal pouncing around. At least this way it makes him reinvest the mana into the Evolved Sleeper. I guess that's a perk. Man. See, it's times like this that I wish we had Lightning Strike. We might have had the reach to kill him. But then again, I mean, it was basically like we put him to the aggro test, you know, the Wrath test. Where you barf out your hand, and then you basically say, do you have the Wrath, or are you dead? And of course, they had the Wrath in the form of Meat Hook Massacre. Ugh. Yes, bravo. Very good. Yup. Alright, that's probably... Let's see what our next draw is. If our next draw is a Shivan Devastator, I might stay in this game. If it's not, then we're probably dead. It's a land. And Mono Black gets its revenge! Mono Black! Yes, I like this hand. Oh, wow. Baird will actually trigger himself with this hand. That's pretty cool. It's not like the greatest curve in the world, but it's pretty good. Red Jace. I'm gonna play with the grass while I'm waiting. Alright. Yeah, 3/3 for 2, that makes a 1/1 every turn. Is not the worst deal, is it? Okay, well, let's find out, shall we? Not bad at all. We get to lead into the Raiju. We can actually go Hopeful Initiate and hold up Eiganjo. How good? Oh, there we go. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Hit it! Y'all ready for this? I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. See if we can stay ahead of the Meat Hook Massacre on this one. Put the +1/+1 counter on either the Etching of the Adversary and go from there. Actually, I might just throw it on the 2. No, we gotta make people big enough to survive. Oh, Tenacious Underdog. He's a good one. Do I want to play with Fire Away the Underdog, sending him packing? I think I do, actually. So, that I shall. And play the Eiganjo or hold it. Let's play the Eiganjo. Alright, here we are again. Show me what you got. That's a good one. Opponents can't gain life. Alright, now I'm feeling pretty decent. So where's the counter going to go? The counter is going to go... Should probably go on the Raiju itself. Alright, let's think. Can we win this turn? Thundering Raiju puts a +1/+1 counter on himself. We attack. We got a 3-4 and a 4-4. 2, 4, 5 coming through. He can not block profitably anywhere. I think that's the best plan here. So let's do it. Alternatively, if I put a counter on one of these guys, it'd be a 3-4 and a 3-3. If I block the Harvester with the Raiju, and then either the Knight will block someone else, so then he'll take 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't hate this plan. Means the Raiju dies. No. Alright. We'll see what happens. He could chump block the 2/2s, but then he just dies. He's at 6. This way he's at, if he goes to 1 with this plan. Yep. Yep. Oh, or he just dies. Okay, hey, that works too. I thought for sure he'd block the 2 biggest creatures and that'd be the end of it, but nah. And we are back for the Untapped.gg. We got, hey, a positive record. 57% win rate with a 4-3 record. Not terrible at all. We're not the Mono Black Slayer we thought, but then again, I do think we have the tools to be that. That Mono Blue matchup was just sad, and the red was close enough, but of course they had the better draw. So, I mean, it's one of those situations where I do like, I mean, obviously the deck likes to be on the play. It does. It really likes to be on the play. But overall, aside from that, I'd say the weaknesses of the deck are definitely just any aggro list. It's about, well, do you have the goods, and do they have the wrath? As far as changes go, honestly, I don't think I'd change much. The weakest card is Brutal Cathar. It's kind of a necessary evil, though, but if there's one thing that could change, it's definitely that. If we had something else with haste, not a bad idea. Something with haste. What else has haste? Let's just look. So for a creature with haste, and let's say CMC, how about less than or equal to 3? What do we got? Reinforced Ronin. That's not terrible. Rabbit Battery is an option. Phoenix Chick, I do love Chick. Stormseeker, again, an option. It does kind of hit right at that 3 drop along with Brutal Cathar. It does play into the haste game, which I do like. That's not a bad idea. If a spell, oh no, we don't have too many spells. Although that is a good card, but don't have too many spells. What do we got here? Deals combat damage to player. If it doesn't have indestructible, play indestructible counter. Okay, so 3-3 with haste. That's all that is. Scrap Welder. Yeah, I'd say your best bet is Reckless Stormseeker instead of Brutal Cathar. Yeah, or Lightning Strike. That's another option. We could just do a pair of Miser's Lightning Strikes, or do 3 and 3, a split between Play with Fire and Lightning Strike. The only problem with that, of course, is that we play a full set of, well, not a full set, but we play a trio of Thalia. Oh, my poor pups. They want my attention. I think they got to go outside, so I better wrap this up quickly. As far as changes, this is your weakest link. I honestly think Squee is an option too. I forgot about Squee. However, he won't trigger our Hopeful Initiate. We would want a 3-3. So honestly, I think the Reckless Stormseeker is better than Brutal Cathar for what this deck's trying to do, because you don't really care about eliminating blockers that often, as you saw. Otherwise, if you were just thinking spells, I would say, oh, what's the one? Destroy and create. It's like, not Valor's Stance, the other one. There it is, Destroy Evil. This is making its rounds too. Wouldn't have helped us in any of those games, but it is good at stopping Shieldred in addition to other things. Valor's Stance is an old favorite. It kind of has the same ability, but it can give a creature indestructible. Granted, we didn't really, with the exception of that weird Mono Black game where we didn't draw a second threat because he kept Noxious Grasping and like killing all of our stuff. Most of the time, when you lose your threats, you're losing them to minus abilities, exile abilities, or combat. I don't think Valor's Stance is worth it these days. I think you're better off with Destroy Evil. Has the same kind of ability, but being able to hit, like in this case, if we'd have had Destroy Evil and we'd have been able to hit the Meat Hook Massacre with the trigger on the stack, opponent wouldn't have gained all that life, and we might have had a better chance at beating them. So Destroy Evil is definitely the better of the two. That's if you want another removal spell. I do not think it's worth it at 3 mana, which is something we have to keep in mind with Thalia. Honestly, I'd stay aggressive. I'd probably just go Reckless Stormseeker instead of Brutal Cathar. And otherwise, the deck is pretty much intact as is. Boros, still a thing, baby. Okay, I've babbled for long enough. My friends, like, subscribe, tune back, and I will see you all later.